As you gaze into the night sky, you're struck by a nameless melancholy, a profound sadness that no mortal tongue could adequately describe. The stars, once beacons of distant wonder, now seemed pale and feeble, trembling in the vast, uncaring gulf of blackness that stretched infinitely between them. There, in the darkened spaces where light dared not tread, you sensed something terrible, an all-encompassing void that whispered of forgotten things, of epochs and empires devoured by time, leaving behind only silence and cold. It was not the comforting darkness of night, but a cosmic abyss, a malevolent and endless expanse that seemed to brood with ancient and unspeakable intent. The blackness from the stars is no mere creature of flesh or bone, but a thing beyond understanding, a formless blot of living night torn from the primordial chaos that lurks at the center of the universe. In its presence, the very air thickens, as if recoiling from the alien malevolence. It is neither matter nor energy, but a sentience so ancient and vast that the laws of our world quail before it. To gaze upon the blackness is to witness the shadow of the cosmos itself, an oily shimmer, blacker than void, shimmering faintly in the darkest corners of reality. And in that shimmer, there lies a whisper, a murmur not of this world, of forgotten things, from the outermost gulfs where no star dares shine. Its existence mocks our understanding of life, for in its silence, it speaks of hunger older than time. No mortal mind could trace the origins of the blackness, for it was not born of any celestial sphere, nor of any process our sciences could measure. Its birth is a wound, a rend torn from the very fabric of the nascent universe, a fragment of the primal chaos before creation itself. Perhaps it was flung into the depths of space, carried on wings of entropy and darkness, until it found a resting place. Or perhaps it was never meant to move, existing in a state of eternal stillness, until summoned by madmen in a ritual that should never have been performed. That summoning brought the blackness from its slumber to a tiny, fragile world, a world it regards with the indifferent malice of something far older than stars. The blackness hungers, though not in the way mortal beings comprehend hunger, does not seek to consume flesh or souls, but to annihilate the very essence of life and light itself. Its mere presence warps reality within a vast radius. The dreams of those nearby become nightmares, twisted visions of darkness and decay. These nightmares are not harmless phantoms of sleep. They drive the weak will to madness, making them puppets of the entity's will. It bends the air around it, conjuring whirlwinds that tear through the fabric of reality, leaving destruction in their wake. Nothing of the physical world can harm it, for it is immune to the frail threats of our dimension. Heat, cold, acid and lightning all pass through it as if it were a mere shadow. Only light, pure searing light can wound it, for it is light, that ancient force of creation, which threatens to unmake the blackness. Yet even this weakness is faint, for only the purest sunlight can banish it, and in shadowy places it reigns unchallenged. Those who serve the blackness are not drawn by devotion or reverence, but by compulsion, helpless fools whose minds have been shattered by the presence of the entity. The wretched and the mad are its prey, drunks, addicts, and the lost souls on the fringes of society. Under its influence, they become mutilated husks of their former selves, marked with the grotesque scars of their own making. For the blackness demands not faith, but flesh. Its followers disfigure themselves, carving obscene symbols into their skin as offerings to their unseen master. They are slaves, puppets without will, driven to sacrifice their own kind in gruesome rites of blood and agony. To them, it promises no reward, no salvation, only the cold embrace of its eternal void. Long ago, in the smog-choked streets of Chicago, the cult known as Celestial Providence called the blackness down from the stars. On that fateful day in 1871, the sky itself seemed to ignite in fire, as though the heavens sought to scour the abomination that had been brought to earth. The inferno that raged across the city trapped the entity within the foundations of an old church, sealing it in darkness once more. The ruins of the church have since crumbled, buried beneath layers of earth and time, yet the basement remains untouched, a tomb of shadow in the heart of the city. For now, the blackness sleeps, imprisoned but not destroyed, waiting for the day when the light that binds it fades, and its servants once again seek to awaken their terrible master. When that day comes, the stars themselves may weep for the doom that will follow.